All right, so this is my very nice patient who came to see me. He has a really big prescription. He's essentially blind without his glasses or contacts. And so he decided to have the Visian ICL, which is essentially this lens implant that we can put in the eye to help people see. He was really disqualified from LASIK because his prescription was so big and his corneas were too thin. But what the neat thing about him is he got the new and recently approved Visian Evo lens, which is kind of an upgraded lens that's been available all throughout the world except for US because of stringent FDA restrictions and so forth. And so he is our first Evo patient in the Northwest Georgia area, I'm sure. And so I just wanted to give him a chance to share, number one, what kind of trouble was he having that led to the surgery, his decision to have the surgery, what was the surgery like, and then how he's doing now.
So ever since I was in second grade, I've been in some kind of prescription lens, whether it's contacts or glasses. And I talked to Dr. Wingrove about having LASIK done at some point, but the cost was prohibiting it. But recently I graduated college and got a better paying job, and I said, why not go ahead and get this done? So for all of my memorable life, I've always either had to wake up in the morning and put on my contacts or wake up in the morning and put on my glasses and make sure to take them out before I go to bed at night. And I'd take a nap in the middle of the day. I'd wake up with dry eyes if I had my contacts in, or where I had rolled over on my glasses if I had those on. So just, I mean, first world problems, but I could finally afford to get it done, so I wanted to get it done. And surgery went fine, had no issues with that. A little bit of discomfort, took some Advil or Aleve. I think it was Aleve, and that took care of the pain. So I mean, there was no real pain involved. Surgery went fine. Dr. Kim can tell you that. And it's just been life-changing ever since. I mean, just wake up in the morning, go about my life. When I get tired, go to sleep, and don't have to worry about keeping track of anything.
Wow.
I work on a computer all day, and with my contacts in, my eyes would be completely dried out by the end of the day. I'd have to be sitting there at my desk, dropping eye drops in towards the last couple hours, and that's just not a problem at all anymore.
Wow.
So just that alone is fantastic.
Wow. And then as far as just the clarity of your vision.
Oh yeah, I had a terrible prescription. It just progressively got worse all my life until about my mid-20s, and then it finally settled down, and that's around the time that Dr. Wingrove said, you think about LASIK. And I thought about it, but couldn't really afford it at the time. So I mean, just all my life it got worse and worse and worse to the point where I was extremely nearsighted. I mean, I had to hold something here to see it clearly enough. And I mean, now I've got 20/20 vision at any distance, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing that 1 minute you're blind without your correction.
I can just wake up in the morning and see.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And people, like you said, first world problems, and what that does is it kind of like, it kind of talks down about your particular issue. But the reality is first world or second or third world, doesn't matter. That's your issue. This is a real issue that you struggle with. And, other people have no idea what that feels like. And now the fact that you're liberated and you're freed from that burden, that's special.
It's great.
And, in your particular case, you got that Evo lens. We had to use a laser before to create little tiny holes in the iris.
Skipping that extra surgeries, that's fantastic in its own right.
Yeah, and it wasn't like that other one was bad, but it was an extra step. It was another procedure for the patients.
Something that could have possibly gone wrong.
Always potential risk, and it's just an extra hassle for the patients. And so we're just tickled that you did so well. And like you said, 20/20 vision in each eye, and you look absolutely beautiful.
Well,
so let me ask you something. So if you have someone who, has been told they can't have LASIK, but they're blind without their glasses or contacts, and they're thinking about this lens implant, what would you say to them?
Go for it. If you can afford it, go for it.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe if you can't afford it, go for it.
Well,
figure something out.
Figure something out. Well, like you said, it's life-changing, right?
Oh yeah.
See, people think, oh, whoop-de-doo, he's just doing that just because he don't want to fool with them contacts or glasses, like kind of it's like a little thing. But like you said, it's life-changing.
It is.
Yeah, because before, let's say, God forbid, there was an emergency and you wake up and you couldn't find your glasses or contacts.
Oh yeah, it's happened before.
You can't see.
That's right.
Yeah. Whereas now, if
Just
some
blobs of color. That's all
blobs
I
of
had
color,
before.
but now you wake up now and you can hit the ground running.
There's no downtime at all.
That's awesome. Well, thanks so much again for taking the time, sharing with your story. You know, there's people
Thanks
all
for
over.
fixing my eyes.
Thank you. And you know, there's all sorts of folks around the world who might be kicking the tires on the idea of this surgery. And you know, you are a very precise person, which I've loved, taking care of you. And so it's always good to talk to someone who can really analyze and articulate what's going on with our eyes. And I am just thrilled that you've done so well.
Me too.
All right. Thank you again for sharing
Thank
your story. We'll appreciate it.